Sonny and Cher got divorced, I was 5. I was 5. And it broke my heart. It freaked me out. It's like divorce is the biggest evil of, it's just something that saddened me. I remember when Sonny and Cher got divorced when I was 6. And it rattled me. It was real. Sonny and Cher getting a divorce, devastating.
Get over yourself.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Tuesday Night Live. It is good to see all you sister friends. Welcome to the finale of season 1. Yes, it is the talk back. No, it was not talk back. What did they call it back then? It was equivalent to what would have been called a reunion back then. I don't even know what they called it. Let me check out the comments here. And I actually have it running, so we might be able to go right through the first commercial and do 2 segments at one at the beginning. So here at the beginning, we have our lovely moderator right at the top, Lynn Skinner. Hello, good to see you. Who was it? Somebody was here earlier today. It's not showing up in my live stream. I don't know why. 6:30. Why is it 6:34 is the first one? Right after I made the thumbnail earlier today. I was in there doing something and I saw somebody say, I'm not going to show up. I'm not. It was something really blatant. Like, I'm not interested in this. There's no way I'm coming to this live stream. And then they wrote April Fools. I read it and went, oh, kind of hurt my feelings. And then I saw April Fools. I'm like, oh, that's a good one. They got me. I don't remember who it was. And I'm sad that it didn't show up. I don't know why. I wonder, you know what? I bet if I'm on YouTube, I might be able to see it. It's not showing up in StreamYard. All right. Hello, Lynn Lund. Good to see you. Missed you last week, too. Shanna Banana's here. Deborah's here. My Zoo for You is here. Let me see who else is here. Honey Fruity, hello. I catch a few more people before we get started. Deborah Sabella, hello. I have my phone here. Hopefully I have it all set up that at 8 o'clock it will go off and I will run down below the names of all of our Keep the Lights On level people. Kathy Ferran, hello. Kitty, hello. A few more I'll catch and then we'll get started. Catch the early birds here. Elizabeth Murphy, hey there. Kitty, hello. Birdie K, hey. It was you, Birdie K. I just remember. It was you. It was you. You got me, Birdie K. You got me. I'm like, It was good. You got me. April Fools. Yep. Today's my sister's birthday. She was born on April Fool's Day. Joni C. Hello. And her daughter was born on Halloween. Let's see. Deborah, hello. Annika, hello. I hope I hadn't skipped over anyone. Dee Dee, hello. If I did, I didn't do it intentionally. Just know that. Knit My Bit, hello. And thank you to all you people who are writing what number you are, like Dee Dee, number 17, writing what number you are. Knit My Bit was number 2. Hey, Kitty. In the hitting the like button. I appreciate that. Jamie, hey there. Perfect timing while you make dinner. Excellent. Hi, Jenny, our leader. It's frightening if I'm leading y'all. I'm a facilitator. That's what I am. I'm a facilitator. All right. Tracy, good to see you too. All right. Mama Squirrel, great to see you. Stacy, thank you for hitting the like button. Hi, Linda. Tarot Destroyer, good to see you as well. And Amy, good to see ya. And 33, great job. Dee Dee, Member for 6 months. Whoop, whoop. I am having a great day. I'm having a great day. I just got back from dropping off some really good barbecue at my friend's house because her husband just had open heart surgery. So she's being Florence Nightingale, and she shouldn't have to cook as well. Nor should I. So one thing she posted, she's like, oh, I could use some visits, but I've had a really, really busy week. I have some surgery I have to do this weekend or just on Friday, but I'm fine. I'll be back. I'll be aliving even on Sunday night, in and out. But just a lot of loose ends to tie up. And so I want to deliver things and get out and everything. So I just don't know how much running around I'll feel like doing next week. So I wanted to make sure I got that taken care of. And cooking, just not on the list. And quite frankly, I went to Mission Barbecue. I don't know, not all states have Mission barbecues. In fact, even in Ohio, there's not many places in Ohio that even have Mission barbecues. We wanted it for my daughter's wedding, and they didn't have it where her wedding was located. Oh, I got baby back ribs, pulled pork, and what's it called? What is that meat that falls apart in your mouth? It's like pot roast, but it's the really good one, like a rump roast. I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, that, and then I didn't know what kind of sauces they like, so they just threw in all the sauces with it. And then I got mac and cheese and beans with bacon and cornbread and another side. I can't remember what the other one was. Something good. I mean, I can't make that all for under $50. Good deal. So it was a good day. It's always a good day. And then I was able to make 2 other deliveries while I was out too. So it always feels good when you accomplish things. You always feel better when you do something for somebody too, right? You do. Totally. All right. So, look at this super chat here. Shanna Banana, how sweet are you? We have a 2-month member here too. Kitty, 2 months. Whoop, whoop. We have some milestones in the house here today. And Shanna Banana, thank you for that very generous super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you. Very kind. Love it. All right. Okay. Yes, if they had that, I would have gotten it, but they don't have it. Jennifer, your first live. Welcome. You're going to love it. Everybody here is amazing. Amazing people here. All right. Brisket, that's it. Thank you. Brisket was the third that I got. I wasn't sure. Their daughter lives with them, but she's a senior in high school and hangs out with friends a lot and isn't always home and all that. But I thought, just in case she's there, I got to get three meals. And she's in the culinary program. She can go to some culinary place in New York when she graduates. So I had to make sure I got good food. Yes, look at all these briskets. Brisket. It was brisket. That's what I got. I think the brisket's what I always get when I go there. Gosh, they have such good food. I'm this close to getting food for myself, but I had already eaten. All right, here we go. Let me backtrack on this episode here to the beginning. Yes, we're going to be able to skip the first set of commercials, so that's good. So we're going to plow right through here at the beginning. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat and post some stuff as we go along while we're also listening. So we'll pause at the second commercial. All right, it looks like we're doing previews right now into the episode, I think. All right, I'll put the sound on so we can all listen together here.
How's it going? My day was really quite nice.
When Sister Wives premiered,
Oh, it looks like we are starting.
look at Sister Wives
Okay,
Season 1.
skip intro. Here we go. All right, let me make sure this sounds up loud enough for you all. And we're ready to go. I do believe we're probably going to get a fair share of lies. Yep. I do believe. Mama Corpse Maker, good to see ya. Okay. Let me get it started here. With all these drinking words, we are going to be drunk by the end. Oh my gosh, I did miss it. Oh, Valadia is here. I didn't see it, but hi, Valadia. Good to see you, Valadia. Okay. All right, let's get going. Let the lies begin.
How's it going?
So awkward.
My day was really quite nice.
When Sister Wives premiered, America Met the Browns.
Should we have dinner?
Yeah.
Hey, will you say the blessing, please?
Sure.
Husband Cody, his 3 wives, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, and fiance Robin. A plural family changing the face of polygamy, one episode at a time.
How are you feeling, Cody, about putting yourself out there like this?
The society was too secretive. And so I felt that there was a need for transparency.
When we got started, you said, this doesn't make me nervous, but America
Single-handedly.
makes me nervous. What did you mean by that?
America has a point of view that's already prejudiced against me. When I step forward, the stereotypes automatically get assigned. Oh, maybe this guy is patriarchal.
He
maybe
is.
This guy is narcissistic.
He is.
Self-obsessed, and
He
he
is.
loves having women worship him.
He
And through
does.
the process of the show, I think you get to see me get schooled several times. So I think it's very
No.
important that America see that I am a man who's just well-trained.
You've learned your role, right?
He knows how to sweet talk. That's what he knows.
But takes a while.
He knows what to say.
These women
He's a
will not do
manipulator.
what I tell them to do.
This is
never happened.
manipulation here.
Well, I have tried before, and I got the smackdown. You know, the only people I'm able to boss around at home are the kids. And that's just in respect to cleaning their rooms, you know, and doing their homework.
It's true they're not the typical family next door.
Sweetheart, there might be a girl that's going to be entering our family soon. So you'll have another mom and some other brothers and sisters.
When people find out about us and our lifestyle, everybody's shocked.
Shh. Logan, will you pray, please?
The Browns are fundamentalist Mormons who practice polygamy, which was disavowed more than a century ago by the mainstream Mormon church known as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Today, it is estimated there are more than 35,000 polygamous families in the U.S.
Give me a kiss.
Each week, the family invites America into their suburban Utah home, a specially designed house where each wife has her own living quarters and her own bedroom. Right off the bat, the show sets the record straight about the sleeping arrangements.
Christine and Janelle and I each have our own bedrooms, and Cody is welcome in each of those bedrooms alone. That's it's just how it is.
We don't go weird.
Watching the show, I think we can all relate up until the point where you then go off to the bedroom with one of the wives. And that's where I imagine it's a very difficult
And it's not
thing
anything
for
that we
you all.
really want to talk about. Honestly. I mean, it's a very personal, that's a private part of our life. And we really don't even want to go there.
Can we make one thing clear then? You with all these women, this is not about sex.
It's about a family. It's about making our relationship.
His mouth
work
was
and our
right
family
open. He's like-
work. And it's about love and communication and raising.
Christine knows he's going to screw it up. She just jumped right in.
I'm started.
Season 1 not only introduced us to Cody and the sister wives, it chronicled the courting and addition of the 4th wife, Robin Sullivan. As Cody pursued her, the other wives struggled.
With Robin coming along,
It just changes
it just changes
It shakes
everything.
everything up.
Chicks don't understand that a guy can have
Chicks?
best friends.
Chicks. We're
sorry.
chicks.
Here's the thing.
Chicks, right,
It's
Janelle?
very easy for me to look at Janelle and say, you're my best friend. I want to tell you everything. Wait, yeah, Christine, you're my best friend. I want to tell you everything. Same for Mary. You're my best friend. I want to tell you. I mean, it goes all the way around. She's a sister from the same mister, and he's a brother from another mother.
I love how he laughs at
And
his
do
dumb
joke about
joke.
their lifestyle. The pain
Not a
in
joke.
adding a new wife is very real.
This is a situation that I've gone through before.
This
It's a
is
new
the
drinking
time.
word.
And every time a new one comes along and I go through my insecurities and my jealousies, I work through them and we become a stronger family.
Sister Wives does not shy away from exploring the natural conflicts that arise when a man has more than one wife. And at each show, Cody and the wives go to the couch where it all comes out.
But when you're on that couch, you're really listening.
I guess I could be less of a chump and more of a man.
You get a triple whammy.
I
You
guess.
experience the feeling, and then a couple months later, you talk about the feeling, and then many months later, you see it again on TV, and you relive it. And it's like, and you
So we're so over certain episodes.
yeah, we don't want to watch that ever again.
The decision to go
Are you,
public
Robin?
has
You're
not
over
been
it?
without its risks.
Are you now facing the consequences, though, of that decision legally?
We'll have more on that later in the show. Meantime, the family says that for now, they work on staying positive and they're adjusting to the attention.
All of a sudden, everybody knows you. It's like standing out in the football field naked, and everybody's in the grandstands watching you. And you kind of have to decide if you're going to flex or if you're going to cover up and hide.
Are you flexing?
Well, no, I covered up and hid for a little bit. I was very embarrassed.
What are you most scared of about putting yourselves out there in this way?
I worry about the children. So we've doubled our efforts to make sure that things are consistent and normal, that we do our normal family things, just so that the fabric of their lives is not changed so dramatically by this experience.
But in the season, there were 16 children, including the 3 kids that wife number 4, Robin, brought from her marriage. And baby Truly, born to wife number 3, Christine.
We've got Logan, Aspen, Mariah, Madison, McKelty, Hunter, Garrison, Hayden, Dayton, Gabriel, Gwendolyn, Isabel. Oh shoot, I forgot two girls. Aurora, Brianna, Savannah, Truly. The kids have all
forgot
expressed-
Robin's girls.
Well, I think all of them have been expressing a love for the show and the filming and the experience, and all of them have also expressed kind of a distaste for it.
Cody says that when it comes to his family, the reality runs far deeper than any televised image.
You're sort of, though, the moon and they rotate around you. Is that a good way to put it?
Well, that's very flattering for a big ego.
Well, that's, I think, sort
He's
of
smiling
the
big.
image that we see.
Yeah, but it's not. I do feel like, in a way, that the public has misunderstood that there's this cat fight, if you will, for my time, but that's not really there, because all the relationships are being nurtured, and
are
the
they?
family is being nurtured.
You really need to have a lot of openness and honesty in a situation like this.
At the same time, you've got to have love and you got to have forgiveness in a relationship, or you will burn yourself down.
In this hour, we, along with the Browns, will take a look at some of the key moments of Sister Wives Season 1.
It's just not cool.
Kind of a slap in the face.
Yeah.
Coming up, forgiveness may be too much to ask for one sister wife.
Do you sometimes think about leaving?
And will Cody face jail time for his lifestyle?
Okay, second segment, moving on. We'll hit the commercial after this one.
My name is Mary. I'm Cody's first wife.
Mary is the original, the only one of Cody's 4 wives who is legally married to him.
I met Cody when I was 18. I was almost 19. And his sister had introduced us. I knew he was the one, and he knew I was the one for the time.
Cody and
That's
Mary
telling.
were young, but they knew from the beginning what kind of relationship they wanted.
We knew that we were going to enter the plural lifestyle. It was something that we had discussed, and prior to getting married. And so I don't know. We just knew that that's what was going to happen for us. We knew that was just going to be part of our life.
It's like you're dancing with my walk. I've always wanted to dance with your walk.
Mary actually brought both Janelle and Christine into the fold. During Season 1, the sister wives joked that Mary is in mergers and acquisitions.
Are you ready?
Coming from a polygamous family herself and being wife number 1 would seem to put Mary in a power position, in the Brown family hierarchy.
This is going to be my way or the highway, buddy.
And in some ways, Mary is like a firstborn child, a responsible, take-charge cruise director of sorts, as she clearly displayed on Robin's moving day.
My theory is get into it, get it done, go home, and take a nap.
Yeah, but as self-assured as Mary can be, there are also moments where she comes off as conflicted and vulnerable.
Mary, as the one who started all of this, the first, is it hard? I mean, you've had to welcome 3 into your life.
It really depends on the day. I mean, there's been days that I've been like,
Yeah.
I
We've
just
seen that.
can't see that today. You know, I know you love her. I know that, you know, you guys have a great relationship and that's fine. But there are days it's like, oh, no big deal because we're all this big happy family. You know, it doesn't bother me at all. But and there again, I think it just comes down to your own insecurities, where you are emotionally in your head that day.
A particularly fragile moment for Mary this season, her 20th anniversary dinner with Cody. He's about to take on wife number 4, Robin. And while Mary is the one who initiated the matchup, the new relationship brings up insecurities, which she confides in Cody.
And we're going to relive a moment that I know you guys don't like to experience.
We sat down with all of the spouses to watch this difficult moment from the show and to get their take on it.
I just want you to acknowledge that, you know, I have these jealousy issues. And if I were to be giving attention to another guy, how would it make you feel?
Obviously, it's just not something I'm comfortable with imagining. The vulgarity of the idea of you with 2 husbands or another lover sickens me.
I think that there's been times that you haven't seemed like you've understood and you've seemed very impatient. I mean, you've actually said to me, you chose this. This is what we signed up for.
Right.
Unfortunately, at the same time, I still have those emotions and I still have those feelings.
We saw the dinner and obviously a big celebration, but also you were going through some pretty difficult times dealing with issues of jealousy, Mary.
We just have ups and downs. And at that time, we were going through a tough spot. And then add Robin on top of it, or not Robin, sorry, the situation, you know, and insecurities that I was already
Slip of the
having
tongue.
because of our relationship just made it worse and just made it really magnified.
Every couple in America who has made a marriage last, I believe, has been at that place. Most of the time, you're in love. Most of the time, you're looking at each other and you're saying, hey, I love you and I like our life together. And, you know, just because something's just a little kinked here, you know, a lot of couples never even discuss those issues, never even go to that place. But we've actually said, after 20 years, I love you, I'm committed, and I choose to stay.
Want breakfast?
Another tough issue Mary faced in Sister Wives, fertility. While Janelle, wife number 2, and Christine, wife number 3, have 6 children apiece, Mary has only one, 15-year-old Mariah.
I always expected that I would have a bunch of kids.
Several years ago, Mary got pregnant for the 2nd time, but then suffered a miscarriage. All doctors could tell her was that she had unexplained infertility.
Mexico was made by God.
In a trip to Mexico to celebrate their anniversary, Cody suggests trying again.
I actually think that maybe we should go ahead and make a decision. That would be fucking
Well, like I say, I think I had a really good about that.
It's a very difficult conversation, I know, Mary, for you, because you had a very painful miscarriage. You don't feel, though, the need to expand your biological family anymore?
But see, I've done a lot of, you know, fertility treatments and stuff before, and it's like your emotions are just a roller coaster. Hope, 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 just to be thrown down again. I'm getting older, and so I just feel like, if it were to happen on its own again, that would be awesome.
Mary only having one child is unfortunate. It is. But I'm
there for our
hoping,
kids too.
I know, but I'm hoping that because we have kids too, that Mary's more, I don't know, complete or whatever. But I mean, Mariah loves it. It's like she does have siblings anyway. And so, I know that it's hard. And I make sure when I tell everybody that I'm expecting, I usually have told Mary first, just so she knows, so she can have her private time, because it is hard.
Mary knew from day one what she was getting herself into. 20 years later, she says she wouldn't change a thing about her life. But that said, in Sister Wives, she has acknowledged just how hard that life can be.
I don't know that I even want to stay sometimes. The only thing that even wants me to stay is my commitment level and my daughter.
Do you sometimes think about leaving?
There was a time that he and I were struggling so much that I knew that I wouldn't leave, because I do have a commitment and he and I love each other, and I wouldn't. But there are times that I've thought, I don't want to deal with the stress.
Coming up, the surprising connection between Mary, wife number one,
what?
and Janelle, wife
That's
number
what
two.
I want to know.
It's funny, everybody's making such a big deal about it.
And with polygamy illegal in Utah.
Okay. That's coming up. I don't like this ambiguity. The ambiguity started in season 1, I guess. I wanted to leave, but I knew I wouldn't because I love Cody. But there was all the stress. So it was because of the sister wives? She was so upset at the sister wives that she wanted to leave? Or she was upset at the situation of only having one child? Was it jealousy, or was it inability to get along with others? But she still loved Cody and she wanted to stay. Is that what it was? Or was it jealousy of not having other kids? And is that what led to the disagreement with the other wives and the friction with the other kids? Was she taking it out on the other kids unintentionally by being extra mean to them out of just internal rage from her own inability to not have more children? Look at me psychoanalyze here. No degree in psychology. I took 1 semester in psychology. That's it. All right. Stacey, that's right. Don't forget to hit the like button. Hi, Cindy Diller from BGSU. Good to see you. I just talked to my son on Sunday from BGSU. My son, who informed me, who's completing his master's degree. Yes, he went straight through computer science, undergrad and master's degree. And he told me he's realized he doesn't really like computer science. It was a great conversation. Which I guess is good, because there's really not that many jobs in computer science right now. There was 5 years ago when he went into the program. But now all the coding's been done for all the AI and everything that's been happening. So no real jobs out there. So he's pivoting. Pivoting where? I don't know. I'll keep you all posted. Anyway, he still has to finish this semester, and he has one project thing he has to do over the summer. So no jobs anyway until September. But yeah, good talk. Actually, it was a really good talk. It was great to talk to him. And he was in good spirits, and I just smiled and said, okay, what are we doing? I think he's going to go. He's trying to do business analytics, but he doesn't have any business classes. He's got the analytics part down, but he doesn't really have any business part. So I'm not sure how he's going to get there. He does have, take that back, he has an economics minor. So he does have business. He does have economics. Is there an economics analytics job out there? I don't know. He'll find his way. He'll find his way. In worst case scenario, he finds something at the low level and he works his way up in some company. He'll figure it out. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. Cody, everyone knows you're attracted to men. Just own it. Mama Squirrel calling him out. Please hit the subscribe to the channel and join only if you're able. Thanks, Lynn Skinner. Like number 71. Very good. I'm ready for Mary's voice to be heard, says Shanna Banana. That would wreck me to watch others around me having babies. Totally, Carla. If you were infertile, well, she wasn't infertile. She had one full-term pregnancy, and I know she at least got pregnant. I think she lost it at 3 months, which is really sad. And she may have had a couple other early miscarriages, but she definitely struggled with fertility issues. In a culture where the more babies you have, the more godly of a woman you are, that's rough. That is really rough. I mean, it's rough for any woman who wants to have more children, but definitely in their culture, very hard. And I would not put it past Cody Brown to shame her because of it. I mean, put on a happy face and a supportive face on camera. But I mean, even that whole let's try again thing after what she's all been through. I mean, it seems abundantly clear that it's just hurtful to her, which makes the whole Robin Brown thing, as she's holding Robin's newborn baby, and that's obviously going to be a very hurtful moment for her, and for Robin to say that she would carry her child for her, and for Mary to know that oh, I'm sorry, I didn't turn that off. I'm sorry. That's my other job. Off. I'm doing my more fun job. Be gone. That stings so much more. I did not understand all that when I first watched it. When I first watched it, I just thought, oh, that's sweet. That was the only one moment that I actually thought that was a sweet thing for her to do. The only one moment that I really thought Robin Brown was being honest and sweet and sincere. But Robin Brown would have understood the whole circumstance at that time. So for her to do that on camera and not to take Mary aside privately and have that conversation was just cruel. And for Cody to do the exact same thing right here. It really just puts Mary on the spot, because clearly you can see from Mary's reaction in both those situations that she's like, I have tried. And we now know that Mary's not in a good place with Cody. So the other component of this is not only we have tried and tried and tried and tried, and it's not working. Nothing has worked since Mariah. And on top of that, and Mariah was pretty much at the beginning of, she was a couple years into the marriage, but ever since then, it's been 15 years, nothing since then, 2-term. And so what makes you think that all of a sudden now it's, it could, but the likelihood is diminishing every year. Plus she's significantly older. And as she says, do I even want to at this age now? Robin, I'm 10 to 15 years older than you. I'm not at the point of my life. My daughter's getting ready to go to college. I'm not at the point of my life of starting a family like you are. You're a baby compared to me. I know you want us to have kids at the same time, but it's not where I am. And for she's just, it's just a lot for her. I just find it very inconsiderate and mean. A step beyond inconsiderate. It's mean. Yes. Let's see. Are we lit yet? Probably. Somebody is. I can't stand all this illegal nonsense. It's only illegal if he was legally married to more than one woman. Right. Follow the white rabbit. Right. You can't be legally married to more than one person. They weren't legally married to more than one person, so it's fine. Do your spiritual marriage is nothing. It's not recognized anywhere. It's like the same thing as me saying, here, this is a ring, and I'm going to give it to my neighbor friend and say, we're married now. Means nothing. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think he should analyze them. Knowing how it turned out would be more interesting. Oh, who? Who's analyzing who? He always sees the best in Cody and Robin and the worst in Christine. Oh, who does who? Who's analyzing? I love you, Tata Farm epilogue. Aw, thank you. Let's see. There's probably another channel, I'm guessing. Somebody who reviews people. Yeah, if you don't see the whole show, I'm doing better than a psychologist. Oh, thank you. That semester must have done me good. It surely didn't. It really didn't, I know, because it was 8 a.m. and it was an hour and 15 minutes long because it was only 2 days a week. 8 a.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I hated it. Oh, it was awful. It was adolescent psychology too, and I knew I was going to do speech therapy. I wanted to work with the younger kids, even though now I work with adolescent kids and I absolutely love it. But I'm older now. I was younger then. In my 20s, I wanted to work with the little kids because they were cute, and I wanted to have babies one day and have kids of my own. Like I liked the little ones back then. Now, give me the kids that we can have a conversation. But yeah, so I was like, it's the only one I could get into my schedule. So I'm like, fine, I'll do it. Like 8 a.m. But I raised 3 kids. I have 56 years of wisdom. I got a PhD in psychology. I don't know what psychology y'all are talking about. All right, let me keep moving on and find something here. Oh, check the feds. My son's BFF has a comp degree and works for intelligence. You know, I've mentioned that in the past. Intelligence. We'll see. That is a good idea. Yeah, my son changed from international relations to astrophysics this year. As long as he's happy. Right? My surgeon, on Friday, I was, like sometimes we have like video vlogs in our medical system online. And there was a interview, actually. It was just the video vlog when I was looking at surgeons, and mine happens to be the chief. And the surgeon was going to be a vet. I can't remember why she didn't become a vet. So she started off as a pharmacist. She became a pharmacist. She ended up becoming an MD. And then she went into dermatology, and she eventually became the chair of the dermatology department. And then her husband, when she married him, was a dentist. And right when her 2 kids were young in like elementary school, he told her, you know what, I think I want to be a medical doctor. And she said she told him that's not in the prenup. Because she was already the chair of the department. of dermatology of this huge medical hospital. And she said, okay. And then she shares that just recently her daughter is an engineer for Eli Lilly biomedical drug company. And just recently on a phone call said, you know what, Mom? I think I want to be a physical therapist. Her mom's like, if that's your heart's desire. She's like, how are we to say no? We both switched. So you know what? You got to do what you got to do. So yeah. All right. That's true. My son will do another video with me. That's my fault for not setting it. And you know what? I have another one that I recorded. I have the second episode I need to edit. So definitely another one's coming out, but I need to do the third episode and then more. So there will be more. There will be more. Let's see here. Oh, that's an interesting take. You can tell that Mary's feeling ashamed. She constantly talks about wishing that she had more instead of being grateful for Leon. It is true that she probably should qualify. I'm sure if she, looking back at these interviews now, she would regret the way she's wording it. Definitely, she would. And I think Christine would regret the way she worded it too. Because for her to say, you know, it is unfortunate. It's not unfortunate. There's nothing unfortunate about having one child. Perfectly fine having one child. I know she wants more, but it should be wording it very differently and saying, we love the child that you have, Mary. And your child is such a blessing to this family. And each one has their own role and they all play a certain part. And God has a design for a family and this is the way it is. And so we think of it in a certain way. God had a different idea. We're not smarter than God and we're going to accept the way it is because we don't have control over it. So you can beat yourself up and be upset about things you can't control. Where does that get you? Misery. So, or you can just lay it down and just accept what you have and understand there's probably a greater plan out there and move on. And then, but acknowledge in that she did have a different desire and acknowledge that she was going through periods of pain because of it. All right. But it's not unfortunate. I don't like the word unfortunate. I think that was a bad word too. All right. Okay. Oh, you guys just keep talking. I'm going to have to just start again. I could just sit here all day and just read all this. Here we go. All right, let me get started here again because this is just fun. I could just read this all day. No wonder you guys just sit here and keep chatting. You guys this is just good stuff. All right, here we go. I'm going to keep going. Oops.
Seem to be very financially.
What? Let me go back
As
a
is a
second.
lot of people also.
Only 2 adults.
He's a
Sorry. I didn't realize. There we go.
My name is Janelle. I'm the second wife of the family.
Each sister wife brings something different to the table.
Okay, hi. How's it going?
Psychology in Seattle? That's
Janelle
a channel?
is the level-headed one.
Never heard
the
of it.
thinker, the worker.
I've always
Psychologist,
been
I
a
agree.
career person. I've always
Snip my
worked.
bit.
I would prefer to be working rather than be home with the kids. Because in a family this big, one breadwinner is not enough.
Especially if it's
Helping
Cody.
me wake up. Good deal.
Janelle is the only one of Cody's wives who did not grow up in the faith. She never sought out the polygamous lifestyle. Instead, it found her in a most unusual way. Before Janelle and Mary were sister wives, they were sisters-in-law.
At 19, I did marry Mary's brother. We were young. It was very short-lived. I think maybe a year and a half, we were divorced.
The revelation was a shock to fans.
It's funny, everybody's making such a big deal about it because it's like, who talks about their failed marriages?
About 2 years after her divorce from Mary's brother, Janelle realized she was in love with Cody.
I'm like, wow, he's a really great guy. He's a great guy. Wow, he's about the best guy I know, you know. And then the faith came along, and I embraced the faith, and then it was just sort of natural. I wanted to marry the very best guy I knew.
Hi.
Hi, Amy.
Slim pickings.
How's it going?
Good.
Janelle and Cody are the only two adults in the family of 21 who hold down full-time jobs, which begs a couple of obvious questions in today's economy.
Let's talk about finances, because a lot of people also are curious about that. With your big house that we see and driving sporty cars, and you all seem to be very financially set. How is it? How do you get the money? How do you support this?
Thanks for thinking we're financially set. That's great.
The reality is we're just like anybody else. We're struggling to make ends meet.
It takes everything we've got, like everyone else.
Yeah, we bought the sports car on a it's 10 years old, and it was and we bought it in a good year, and it was 8 years old or 7 years old when we bought it.
It's a struggle. I mean, it is a struggle. There's never enough money, it seems like, but somehow we always make it through. We work together. We pool our time, our resources. I mean, Christine cooks at home. I mean, we buy in bulk. We clip coupons. We buy beef by the half instead of by the pound.
Another question a lot of people have is health insurance, how that works for the family. How are you covered?
Well, my employer is great. They've been very supportive. When I first was employed with them, though, new employee, I was very concerned about potential discrimination for the lifestyle. And so I didn't put all my children on our insurance.
I'm going to go to beauty for yourself.
That turned out to be problematic when Cody and Janelle's teenage daughter, Madison, had to have an emergency appendectomy. The family is still paying that one off.
Janelle had just switched jobs, so her insurance wasn't covering her, and it cost us a year's wages.
Which I still am making payments on.
Yeah.
we're the queens of making payments, you know.
So that experience taught me, I hope, never to make another decision in fear again.
That's awesome.
Oh,
Cute. Holy cute. Hi. How are you? What can we do for you guys?
We're looking for flowers for reception.
Are you guys sisters or moms or?
They're the advisors.
The advisors. Okay, wonderful.
Of all the sister wives, Janelle seemed to be the least vocal about Cody's courtship of Robin and the possibility of a fourth wife. But that doesn't mean she's immune to the same kinds of emotions her sister wife Mary feels.
I had a few weeks where I was like so mad at Cody, I didn't want to talk to him. And then it was like, okay, wait. And we talked, and Cody, of course, said all the right things to me and melted me.
I just got some samples that we'll cut up for you guys.
What kind of?
This is white cake with almond filling and almond buttercream.
yum.
It's
This is good. Yeah.
I like it.
I think that as far as the jealousy, we all experience it in different ways. But I was already very secure in who I was. But I'm also a little bit closer to the cuff than Mary and Kristen. I'm not as vocal about my emotions. I'm more logical. It's true. I'm more logical. So, I had those issues, but it was really, I was much more secure about myself. I don't know if I was much more secure about myself than they were, but I was pretty secure about who I was long before Robin. Robin kind of came and did the fruit basket upset for us.
Coming up, Cody and the sister wives open up about the most dramatic turning points in season 1.
Oh my God.
The baby,
Okay.
and the infamous dress.
I got a bomb I'm dropping today. I picked the dress.
Did you really?
I picked the dress.
It's just nice to do. Carry down, please.
The sound down. Hi, Cosette. I'm doing a live stream right now. Okay. So how can you afford such a big house and sports cars? It was 8 years old when I bought it. Okay. How doesn't answer the question. It's still a sports car. Why is it not a minivan? Why is it not an 8-year-old minivan? Does not answer the question. And then he says, my employer is really good when it comes to insurance. My employer is really good. But at first, it didn't cover, my insurance didn't cover all the kids. Did it ever cover all the kids? No. He's just such a liar. Implied. Eventually it covered all the kids, but just not at first. And then he says that Maddie's appendix surgery was not covered because Janelle had just changed jobs, so her insurance hadn't kicked in yet. And so they are still paying that off on monthly payments. And he says that experience taught me never to make another decision out of fear again. And yet we see them running in the dark of night with the whole family to leave the state. All out of fear. No other reason. We're being chased by the feds. The popo are after us. There's no reason to go. There was no reason to go. None. Fear. Can't even tell your friends we're going. Tell nobody. That's fear. Yeah. And then why do you have to go to Flagstaff? We don't like the culture here and it's not really good. That's fear. Fear that your kids are not in a safe environment anymore. Things aren't going well. Really, probably balloon payments were coming due on the houses. That's fear too. I think Cody makes all his decisions based on fear. I think he lives a life of always, when problems arise, his inability to cope with them and wanting to just run always and just leave and go to a new city, a new state, a new location. My goodness, this year he wanted to go to a new country. I think all that's based in fear. It's all fear-based. I'm sorry, my hair is just doing whatever it wants to today. Look at it, it's just like flopping down. I think I put too much conditioner in it today. Anyway, and then it's like staticky on top of it. All right, anyway, I apologize. Distracted. But this interviewer, I really like, and it was my understanding that she didn't come back because Cody didn't want her to come back and that she pushed too hard on questions and he didn't like her. And I believe Tamara Hall was the same way, which is why we get softball questions now. How is it he has that kind of power? No one else has that kind of power. Ridiculous. Why is he that kind? I'm praying that Suki has the ability to push a little bit more this year since TLC wised up and got rid of the Puddle Monkey King. Who was King Monkey? What was his name? Who's Puddle King? King Monkey, Puddle King, Monkey King. Puddle King, Monkey, Puddle King. Puddle Monkey King. What's your name again? I forgot. Anyway, he is not the head producer anymore. Although his company still is. Puddle Monkey, I think, is still doing it. But he was there with another person. and he's just taken off the project. Because last I saw online, it still said Puddle Monkey. Tim Gibbons, thank you very much. 80% CMOS, that's it. Yes. You guys, half the time I go to hit what I want, and it goes so fast, it jumps to the next one. Curious George. This is so good. Puddle Monkey's going to become Curious George. This is so good. We have to get the man in the yellow hat to go with you. Get him a red shirt. No, you're Puddle Monkey. Tim Gibbons, that's it. DJ Tag, thank you for the super sticker. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate it. Gonzo and Bonzo. All right. So yeah, that is just a priceless little line that he says there. And that's just taught me to never make a decision out of fear again. And when we see 14 years of making decisions all out of fear. Okay. Not only did you not do it again, but you've done it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay. He's a piece of work, isn't he? All right. Thank you, Lori from Minnesota. You tell I work with kids. Well, I worked with kids my whole life until just recently. Now I work with high school kids, but sometimes I still pull them out because they still like them too. High school kids. I would even give them stickers when I was at the high school. They were so excited. Like, you want a super sticker on your hand? And they'd be like, yeah. We're never too old for positive reinforcement. Yes, soon I will have as many dolls as Robin. I've started. Here's the beginning of my collection. I have no idea where she came from. I honest to God, no, I don't know why this is in my house. I should ask my daughters if they know, if it's one of theirs. I guess it must be. Unless it was mine from when I was a girl. I don't think so, though. They must have gotten it from somebody at one point. And then my guess is they had it in a bucket of, you can give this to Goodwill, and I pulled it out. I have a big one somewhere. I'll find it. Add it to the collection. All right. Yes, this is the prop show here, guys. Prop show. All right, moving on. Let's keep going. Oops, wait a second. Did I stop it too soon? No, I think we're right on. We're right on. Okay, let me just go back a couple seconds. All right.
My name is Christine, and I'm the third wife in the family.
37-year-old Christine became Mrs. Brown number 3 16 years ago. No one would dispute this stay-at-home mom is outspoken.
In one moment, Cody can be a different kind of an idiot to each one of us.
Dominant.
Okay, and so, hurry.
And not even close to shy.
Who do you think is enjoying the media attention most in all of this?
You know what?
Cody?
I was going to say probably me.
Christine knows what she wants, and she's gotten it. Not only did she aspire to be in a polygamous marriage, incredibly, she knew exactly where she wanted to be in the pecking order.
I didn't want to be a first wife because I didn't really want the guy around the whole time. A second wife seemed more like a wedge. To me, a third wife was perfect.
You may even vote to have another baby after this, they say. Cody?
One of the high points of the Sister Wives season revolved around the birth of Christine and Cody's 6th child, a girl they named Truly. Christine invited the cameras and her oldest daughter, Aspen, into the delivery room. We sat down with all of the Sister Wives and Cody to watch this emotional moment.
Big question. All right. Okay, relax.
Oh, wow. It's done.
Okay.
I felt her. I felt it. Just set her right here. Oh my gosh, I felt the whole thing. I felt the whole thing. Morgan, there you go. Oh my gosh. Aspen, where are you, honey? Right here. She looks like you, baby. She looks like you. Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Okay, there she goes.
That was the best labor ever.
And all of you are tearing up, and you all relive that moment.
I know. That was wonderful.
Gorgeous little girl, truly.
I know, my baby.
Another dramatic high point in season 1 was Cody and Robin's imminent wedding. Even though third wife Christine grew up in a polygamous family, she struggled emotionally over the addition of a fourth wife.
I never understood what Mary or Janelle had gone through. I didn't get it. I'm like, how can you be jealous? How can you be insecure? Because I never was. It wasn't an issue to me.
So what were you feeling?
Well, I was feeling like, I was feeling jealous. I was feeling insecure. I was feeling replaced. I mean, I was. I know, baby. It was just one of those stupid things. So but you know what? Until you remember, you're like, oh my gosh, I haven't been replaced.
There's
Cody's
no other Christine.
Oh, I like that one. Debbie, look at my dad.
All the stresses the sister wives felt over Cody's new relationship came to a head near the end of the season. What should have been a bonding session in a bridal dress shop turned tense when the first 3 sister wives learned Cody went back to the shop with Robin and without them.
Okay, let's watch the clip and you tell me what happened here.
I got a bomb. Yeah, I got a bomb I'm dropping today. Yeah,
Wow.
You'll love this one.
Let's do it now.
I picked the dress.
You're the groom. Did you really?
I picked the dress.
He's so gross and proud.
And we went to Lisa's bridal, and Robin and I went and looked at dresses, and she picked one out, and I was like, holy cow, it's like I'd seen it in my dreams, you know?
Thanks. That's just nice to do.
Holy cow.
I think it's
like
important. I don't think that it's fair that I not be involved in it.
I don't think it's
ever
fair.
Involved with the wedding dress, like you cared what I wore it all on our wedding. I mean, that wasn't even, you didn't even care. Can I be done, please?
You don't have to do this way.
I need
It's
you.
not very.
I need a couple of
It's not very. I wish he would have finished. I wish Mary wouldn't have stopped him from talking. It's not very.
This is one of those cringeworthy moments where I think everyone experienced. You walked out. So we see there how you all work through what was a very important moment, but yet very painful for
Yeah, I'm
all
still
of you.
reliving the pain.
That was hard for you to see that again, right? I mean, you
Yeah.
thought you were coming in with this great big surprise, and then whack, you didn't realize the impact.
I didn't know when I dropped that bomb. I had no idea that it had this, literally this bonding moment. So I'm like, I just got stupid all of a sudden. I wanted to, hey, I picked the dress. I was so excited.
It's not even about the bonding moment. It's just.
Was it the dress, really?
You know what? No, it wasn't the dress. I had a lot of jealousy feelings throughout their courtship. I had a lot of, I was feeling abandoned. I wasn't feeling like I was special, that kind of thing. And so when I found out about that, to me, it was just like, oh, you're kidding. I was just starting to feel okay. And now here's another thing that shows that your relationship with Robin was more important than your relationship with me.
Mm-hmm. Coming up, Cody fesses up it wasn't love at first sight with Robin.
I actually had an ick factor. But that was just.
What?
Yes.
And what does the future hold for this unusual family?
Do you think you're the last wife?
I better be. That's what I told him. That was one of our covenants, our private covenants we had. So I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that. Let's cut that from the cameras. Let's not air that. Yes, we have a bunch of secret covenants we made that nobody knows about. So, okay, let me go to the chat. I did it. I picked it. Me. Yep. And he's like, It's like he can't even breathe normally. His head is moving back and forth. Like, who do I look at? Because I know everybody's just, they all want to talk to me and ask me questions now. Because, I just have all eyes on me. I know, I'm so great. Oh, it's just the most cringe-worthy moment. And for him now, 3 days later, after reflecting on it, to come back and say, oh, I feel like such an ass and such a pig because I didn't know they were bonding in that moment. If I would have known they were bonding, I wouldn't have done that. That's what it's all about. If they wouldn't have had a bonding moment, that wouldn't have been an okay thing to say. I mean, let's not mention the fact that you and Robin snuck off in this secret time. Forget about how bonding that moment was for them. This was a secret rendezvous that you did. Let's also mention the fact that you didn't do this with any of your other wives. You didn't care or participate or ask questions about or barely even show up to Christine's wedding or participate in any way with the other wives' weddings. Like, they were not that big a deal. Now, Mary's was a bigger deal because it could have been a monogamous wedding as far as anyone was concerned. That's how it was held because it was a first wedding. But even at that, I bet any money Cody was really not involved. So for him to just say, I just didn't know they were bonded. I wish I would have known they bonded. I would have handled it differently, is so disingenuous that it makes him look like a bigger schmuck. It wasn't all of a sudden. Yes, he did that to hurt them. Probably. Darlene, how do I send you a private message? On the side, I have a button that says private chat. I'm not sure how it works. Do you have something that says private chat? Private chat. I have to look into it. When I hit private chat, what happens? Chat. It says chat with everyone in the studio. If I hit it and I say hello, that's not so private. It goes to everybody. Oh, chat with everyone. Oh, let's see. Wait, hold on. Let's see here. Do I have to invite somebody into a studio? Invite somebody in? Let me see. I don't know. If you need to private chat, I think maybe, let me paste this here. I think you can click onto this. Possibly. And then I think that puts, not into studio on screen, but I think it brings it into a studio, at which point when someone's in studio, I can go through private chatting them. We're all learning together. I don't know. Outside of StreamYard, you can always email me. Let's see. Did anyone else's chat just disappear? Oh, did it disappear while I did that? Wait, that might have been from before. No, that was from before. No, nobody's chat disappeared. I don't know if it did. He knew it would upset him. Why else would he call it a bomb? Carly, great point. What else makes it a bomb? If it's just a normal piece of information, not a bomb. Not a bomb. Surprise, maybe. But this was a bomb. Good point. Julie says after Cody met Robin, he didn't think with his head between his shoulders anymore. So true. Lori from Minnesota. Yeah. It was in an interview Christine gave. Christine? No. Was it an interview Christine gave or was it McKelty on a Patreon? But it was in an interview. I heard somebody say it. And they said it was 3 full days. I think it was in McKelty's Patreon, actually. It was 3 full days. And then they all came back wearing the same clothes and kept shooting to make it look like everybody just stepped away, took a breath, and then came back. I'm pretty sure it was McKelty's Patreon. That, yeah, it took a long time for her to get over that. She was really, really, really hurt. Yeah. Ugh, Lynn, my dog makes more sense. How is the new doggy? Looked like he was holding in a serious part. So this is what I want to know, White Rabbit. Cody and Robin picked the dress before the other wives went to the dress shop. So it was all a farce, and that's why Christine was so upset. That makes total sense to me. I think I'm going to end up putting this back in. That makes total sense to me because I'm trying to figure out the timeline between it all. I originally thought that they went afterwards, that they didn't find anything, and that afterwards, the way Robin made it sound was she was just going and looking for a dress later on, because remember she said, "Oh, I was just there," and he called me one day and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Where are you?" And I said, "I was at the dress shop." And he's like, "Oh, I'm just driving around. I'm going to stop by." And so he stopped by. And then while we were there, I happened to find the dress. And so that is hurtful that he did that, but to do it ahead of time and then to waste the women's time going there and to lie about it and to pretend and to say that you didn't find the one. And the main reason that I believe, once I realized that the name of the place was the same, because I thought she went to a different dress shop, because obviously she didn't find the dress at that place. But the name of the place was the same, because he said the name of the place there and they had the name of the place at the top. And I'm pretty sure that we confirmed it then, that the name of the place that he said on the couch is the same that they had at the top of the store. And that being true, there is no way that she went with those women and saw that dress and didn't say, "Oh, let me try this one on." Out of all the ones she tried on, because they were similar-ish to that one. And obviously that's the one she picked. So there's no way she would pass it by and go, "Yeah, I don't want that one." She totally would. So 100% they went first. And that is hurtful. That is hurtful that she would do that whole ruse. And why would she do it? So that she could get on camera trying on all these dresses, doing her little fashion show. Like she did again when she went to San Francisco. Yep. She likes to be the center of attention. Look at my tiny little waist in this dress. Yep. We've been rewatching this, and I noticed when everyone else is talking, Robin sits there and nods or shakes her head in agreement with everything the wives say, like she knows. Yeah, see, Mossy, yep, you guys are all thinking the same thing. Why is he saying it's a big bomb if it's no big deal? Yep. 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 Tim Gibbons. Yeah, I don't know why that escaped me. That's why it's a monkey. He's a Gibbons monkey. Doesn't really look like a Gibbons monkey. Well, maybe it could be. Okay. Got a message from StreamYard. In my private chat, there's no messages. I don't know how this works. Has Robin's head gotten physically bigger? You know, Amy, it really is a good question. I think her new bouffant hairdo style, along with the fact that she's just put on weight, I think that her face has gotten bigger just from putting on weight. As when we all put on weight, our faces get bigger. Well, not everybody's, but mine does. So I think just by putting on weight, her face has gotten bigger. And she has a big face and a big head to begin with. But she used to have it straight down. And now she has this 60s bouffant look / big curl porcelain dowel look as well. Also kind of a Cody Brown curl look. And so I think with all that big and that volume just makes everything look that much bigger. Because it does look like her head physically has grown, which seems like an impossibility. I don't think the size of our head actually grows, but your face can grow and your hair can grow, but it does look like your head has grown. So that's the only thing that makes sense to me. I know where you're coming from because I have thought the exact same thing, but I don't think that's a possibility unless you have like encephalitis or something. So I don't believe she does. I don't know. Okay, we're going to move on. Let's go to the next segment.
They're darling.
I've got 3 wives, and I'm currently courting a 4th wife, and her name is Robin.
Robin Sullivan was 30 years old when Cody was courting her.
I'm glad he's getting a trophy wife. You know, he's a great guy. He deserves a cute girl. That's great. You know,
Cody has 4 trophy wives. Honestly, each one of us is special, and has a different element of a woman that any guy would be lucky to have in his life. Honestly.
A divorced mother of 3, Robin, sweet and emotional, knew exactly what she wanted in a husband and a marriage.
Why did that is true?
Because I had a list of things that I wanted in a potential mate, and Cody meets them all. Number 1. Number 2, I knew I wanted to live this way. I want this experience. I know and believe that as this experience continues, that I will learn how to be more and more selfless and learning how to look to others.
Will you?
Say, what do you need as well?
Oh,
Where did you get that?
My daughter.
she's still learning. I will learn to say, what do you need as well? Because she knows she's going to get from
Cody
them.
proposed, and it became official.
That's good.
After 16 years, the family was adding another wife.
Why was there such a big gap? It took you 16 years before you got back out there again.
We're not. It's not like your wife hunting. I mean, heaven forbid, it's like or a cattle call. Ooh, she's cute. It's that kind of stuff. Just
gross.
Yeah, that just grosses me out. It just
Situation of when the right person comes along at the right time.
Cody and Robin had a matchmaker, first wife Mary. She and Cody met Robin at a party. The 2 women clicked, and Mary suggested to Cody that Robin may be sister wife material. Cody wasn't so sure.
And initially, I had some personal reservations for whatever reason. I actually kind of shuddered. I actually had an ick factor, but that was just
What?
Oh,
yes.
Cody, did you really say that? Come on.
He did because I was divorced with kids, and that's a lot. That's a lot. I'm sorry. It's
I'm just
okay.
being truthful.
What did you mean by that? I'm sure Robin is grimacing a little bit.
We talked about this.
I want you to remember that there are a lot of divorced people in this world.
Okay, this is the situation. When you marry someone who has children, who has a divorce, there is this past, this history. There are these children from another spouse, and you have to deal with all of that. That's a lot of work, and he already has a lot of work. I understand it now.
No, he doesn't. The wives do.
Cody, Mary, Janelle, and Christine had been together for 16 years, and during that time had 13 children. Sharing Cody's time and attention with the new girl was tough for the sister wives.
See you.
Robin struggled with it as well.
So you felt a lot of this last season that you were pulling them apart?
I don't want to bawl. I'm always bawling on set.
I know it's like the big joke. Oh, Robin's crying again.
Well, I don't know. I'll be the most.
Janelle.
I'll get it all out. But no, it was difficult for me because I know each one of them was struggling in their own way, and I hate hurting people.
Sorry, sweetie, we wanted you.
You came into
I know.
a pretty established dynamic.
Yeah, they were really established, and I came in and I shook it all up, and yeah, it was definitely something that was hard for me to see them have to go through. There was times when I go home and just, am I really doing the right thing by doing this? Because I don't like hurting people. It's such a crazy thing because they're sharing one of their most precious people in their life, their husband, with me, and yeah, it's hurting them at the same time. It's very, very special kind of love from these girls.
There's one point when Robin was saying to me, I don't want to do anything that's going to hurt their feelings. And I'm like, you're not going to be able to help that. I knew that this was going to be a challenge. And when Robin realized that Christine's heart would break over this issue, that it got really kind of, you get introspective. You start looking here. Am I doing right? You start looking to the heavens.
I'm questioning, going, Heavenly Father, do I still do this?
Yeah.
So,
It
because
makes
I'm
you
hurting them.
check your faith.
Robin and Cody married last May. The reception was featured in the season finale. Despite the jealousies and insecurities, all of the wives maintain that their family is better as a result.
For a year, when Cody started courting Robin, Cody got a lot of communication skills and a lot of words, a new vocabulary, a new way of validating,
for sure.
and that completely was wonderful for me. And he started changing and evolving. And Robin brought a new strength to our family. She brought a coolness to our family, where our teenagers are like,
for the teenagers,
she's cool.
For me too. As the teenagers coming over to my closet and picking out clothes.
But Robin says they're all still getting used to the new normal.
So it's been a little bit of an adjustment. Some days I have to go home and go, okay, time. Give me some time.
Hey guys, welcome. Come on in. We're just packing up the house.
Come on into my very big house, even though I'm really poor and have $30,000 of debt.
With living space at the Brown home maxed out, Robin, Aurora, Brianna, and Dayton remain there. The kids, she says, are thriving among their 13 step-siblings. For her two daughters, it means an instant group of playmates.
Brianna loves it, and Aurora loves it like crazy. They, the little girls, I thought it was like magic. Like, we had all the little girls around the same age, and they all play together really well.
But the biggest surprise is how well her son has adjusted. Dayton has Asperger's syndrome, a form of autism.
He's got these boys all around his same age too. So he's got Peyton and Garrison and Gabe, and they all kind of hang out together and do stuff together, and they're really great with him.
Robin's kids are my kids. I'm not going to take anything away from their father. They just get two dads like the rest of the kids get four moms.
Oh, there are four now, but will the Brown family ever welcome a fifth?
Do you think you're the last wife?
It's funny. It gets brought up a lot. Cody says, "I'm done," and the other wives will say, "Yeah, let's be done." But honestly, I'm glad they didn't say that with Christine. I'm glad they didn't say this is the last wife. So you never know what's gonna happen.
Coming up, fame and the tabloids.
I think depending on which week, it's a different story. It's a different wife leaving.
And the show's unintended consequences.
Were you fired because of the show?
It's unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Gosh, she is a victim right from the beginning. Know how much I would hurt. It would hurt me. It's crazy how he finally said the truth 19 seasons later, after all the wives left. But my bottom dollar, she knew as well. They just kept the gig with the ladies, both for fame and fortune. Yeah, Liz. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh my God, you guys are so funny. Oh. Miss Molly's mom, didn't he say once he didn't want to marry a soccer mom, a divorced mom with kids? Yep. He did not want to marry a divorced mom with kids. But then this hot little thing walked into his life and he couldn't resist. And the only thing she worried about is where to put the bills. Do I put them on the counter? Do I put them on the table? I don't understand. Do I just hand them to you? I don't know what to do with them. I'm so used to just giving them to Uncle Daddy or sometimes to Mommy. I don't know. What do I do? What do I do? Robin is cold, not cool. Yeah. And it wasn't long. It was not long at all before those high school kids did not find him to be very cool. Or find her to be very cool. Maddie wasn't into her early on. She was on to Robin very soon, very soon. I don't know that she really ever found her cool, quite frankly. I think some of the other kids found her cool. I think Maddie was on to Robin from jump. And that we're going to introduce her and Logan being like, yeah. And then Maddie smiling and going, yeah. I think that was all acting. Well, clearly it was acting. And we know now from McKelty that they all knew about it ahead of time. That was all shot for the cameras. The kids were all told before they were acting. And I kind of knew it anyway because Logan overacted too much. No high school boy's going to be that excited to screw up his life. And then later on, be standing in the kitchen and going, yeah, I don't know how we're going to do it. Now we have 4 more mouths to feed. But just earlier, he was that excited. Yeah, that's especially as bright and intelligent and down to earth and logical as Logan is. Yeah. So you could tell that was a whole scene that he put on. And Maddie wasn't nearly as excited. She just kind of sat back and smiled and went, yeah. And so I thought, I don't know, she's buying what Cody's selling here, but she's doing a good job of playing her role. I don't think Maddie ever liked Robin. I mean, look, she was like, how old is she again? Oh my God, she could be our sister. She was never thrilled with her. And when Robin's like, you wouldn't have a cool person like me, Maddie's like, yeah. She never seemed to warm up to her. I never saw it. Robin might have thought Maddie liked her, but I don't think she ever did. Okay. What will Cody's yuck factor be in the tell-all? Oh, the tell-all is going to just be an interesting thing, isn't it? I felt like we're going to come back mid-season and just continue on and then have the tell-all at the end. Somebody said that there was going to be a tell-all coming back. I felt like the tell-all we saw was just a hint of what we're going to see at the very end. But we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I don't put anything past TLC. I mean, it's an unusual season anyway because of that special episode that's going to be dedicated to Garrison. I don't know if that's going to be... It kind of does line up with right now in the season. And it does also make sense with why Janelle didn't go over there. Because people always said, why didn't Janelle just go over? Why did Janelle keep telling other people to go and check on him? Why would Janelle have Gabe go check on Garrison? Well, now we know because Gabe was living in Flagstaff and we just saw Janelle leave and go to North Carolina. Is it macabre of me to say I wish I would have seen all the stuff that they cut out of the conversations between Cody and Garrison, or between Garrison and Janelle, that happened in this season, because there was a ton of it. That's why I'm sure that's why we saw so much of Christine and McKelty in this season. That was kind of like, what? And that we saw the wedding again. They weren't going to show the whole wedding again. I think it's all of the relationship between the boys and Cody. And possibly Gabe was part of it too, and they just cut that entire boys versus Cody relationship out. Just hypothesizing. There's this curiosity. I don't know why. I don't know. I don't think it'll serve anything for me to have that information and know it. I just feel like there's like something missing that bugs me a little bit to not have that information. I don't know why. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't wish that. I mean, it serves me no purpose to wish it, because I'm sure I never will. I don't think anything they'll ever like leak anything or share it down the road. But it'll be interesting to see how they handle it now. So I feel like that's going to be our next episode coming back. So when it does start again, which would be Easter Sunday, if everything lines up and comes back when it is, the Garrison episode would be Easter Sunday. Not to ruin your Easters. It's supposed to be a joyous day. It's going to end a little sad again. That would be Easter Sunday. And then it would pick back up with the remainder of the season after that. Just chronologically, it all makes sense. If we're looking at months of when things happened and when that happened. Okay. Not to be a bummer. We have one more segment, so we're not going to end on that. That's for sure. Okay. Yeah, they're going to do an episode about it, Tracy. Yeah, one episode. That's what they said anyway, and a release somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, you think so too? I don't know. Maybe that's just our human nature, the curiosity of, or maybe it's just my unhealthy disdain for Cody that I just want to know everything that he says. Yeah, I don't know. You think it was cut out because it looked bad for production? Oh, that's interesting. Or that could be. Although production wasn't there when it all happened. There were no cameras at that time, and they didn't go. But the only footage they have was cell phone footage from themselves. Police body cam footage stuff. But Janelle agreed to shoot afterwards. And I think that's what the episode is going to be. So I think it's going to be an episode of reflection. I think it's going to be an episode of just interviews. That's my understanding of it. That they're going to sit down and they're going to talk to Janelle. And they're going to maybe talk to some of the siblings of Garrison. And of course, they're going to talk to probably some experts on suicide prevention and hotline, and signs, do education, prevention, education. If you know anybody, if you have a sibling or a child or somebody, these are signs to look out for. And then also he was dealing with mental health issues, so they'll probably address that as well. Yeah, they'll probably have a psychologist, expert or somebody in the field. That would be my understanding of it. And I pray they don't have Robin or Cody on it. I hope it's just Janelle and his siblings that are willing to talk. That would be the way to go. Yeah. And it would be completely driven by Janelle. Like, this is, and they would talk to Janelle about her desires and wishes in terms of continuing this season as well. Yeah. All right. What can we do? Robin Nolan, thank you for the super chat. Your first live. Never had a desire to join a live chat until I started listening to you. How sweet are you? Love me and the sister friends. Yeah, sister friends rock. Yeah. Woo, 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 woo. You know what? I haven't gotten a strike yet. So let's go for it one more time. See if we can play our sending out an SOS, which I haven't updated yet. I am so sorry. Got a little bit going on in my life right now, but I'm going to get to it. I am. Gotta love the police. My goodness. Okay. Thank you so much. I gotta get my comments going back here. How come I could? Oh, there they are. They all disappeared. Okay. Oh, yeah. We could talk about alcoholism as well, because he struggled with that. Yeah. That would be another thing that they could address. Yeah. I want to wear my SOS sweatshirt, but it's 85 degrees here. All right. Don't brag. Yeah, humble brag. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. Can you see? And I wore a down jacket when I went out running errands today. Cold. And the little thing showed up in my dashboard, the little ding. And I was like, oh, what's wrong with my car? It's a little snowflake. Be careful. It could be icy on the roads. What? It's like when it hits 39 degrees outside or lower as I'm driving. So the temperature was dropping as I was driving. Okay. It snowed where you were. Yes. Like, what's up? It's like Sunday. It was so gorgeous. Didn't need any coat at all. Up, down, up, down. What's going on? Okay, we have one more segment to go. Here we go. Whoops. Hold on. Here we go. Gotta put the sound on. There we go. Just a commercial. It's not a sister wife.
It seems our only hope is that.
Batman? Close enough. Bait man. Gotta tell you, the suit really bunches up in the old back cave, if you know what I mean.
Oh my gosh, I just hit the 10 seconds back. It must have done the whole commercial.
Bait man when you need the protection of Batman.
Giddy up, Batemobile.
It must be Justin Bateman, maybe. Sorry about that. I'm just going to hit the sound off again. You know what, Birdie K? Don't know. I am in the northern half of Ohio, but I am so bad about not looking at the weather that literally my husband came home and he was doing some yard work in the front of the yard, and I opened the door to tell him, I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to run here and I'm going to run here and then I'm going to go pick up some food and drop it off. And he said to me, he goes, you know, you could have come out to the garage and just talked to me because garage door was open rather than unlock the front door and come out. I said, yeah, but I had to feel the temperature to know which coat to put on. I go, and it's quite cold out here. Because I'm out of the habit of looking at the weather app since my kids all left the house. I lived on it religiously for years, multiple times a day. And then somehow, once I'm not responsible for other people anymore, I'm like, whatever. Right before I walk out the door, I know I can just grab whatever and go. But when you have kids, you got to plan ahead. Okay, what's it going to be today? Or am I going to have to deal with boots? Do we have to deal with scarves, mittens? We're wearing with spring jackets? Is that in another closet? Whatever. I mean, there's just you need to prepare. I got nobody to be responsible but me. I can handle myself in a few seconds. So, yeah. So I don't look at the weather. It could be. We could be having horrible stuff. Like all of a sudden, randomly, I'll just be sitting and all of a sudden there'll be I have a skylight in my bathroom off my bedroom. And all of a sudden it'll be like heavy rain banging down on it. Cats go flying around. I'll be like, oh, bad weather coming through. No idea. So bad. Oh, goodness. I should pay more attention. I really should. It's like I'm turning into a kid. I'm regressing. It's like children, how they have no idea what's going on. And they're like, can you start to pay attention to life? Like, how do you not know what's happening? Like, I'm regressing in life. All right. It's all queued up. We're ready to go. Here we go. Last segment.
By now, you know a lot about Mary, Janelle, Christine, and Robin. After all, the show is called Sister Wives, but at its center is husband Cody.
Did we see the real Cody Brown?
Well, I feel like I am much more dramatic than the show allowed me to be.
Oh.
I had to tone it down a lot.
Are you a little bit of that playboy, though, that we see?
Not playboy. I am actually more like a party boy with my 4 girls. I just want to go have a good time, have a good life, and I want the experience to be quality.
You don't even want to see Mary.
Like we have misunderstood in getting to know you.
I almost feel like I'm the enigma. Nobody gets it. It gets me.
Okay, I might not get another chance. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate your support tonight.
By the end of season 1, Robin and Cody were married, and Mary, Janelle, and Christine seemed at peace with it.
We got you a little welcome to the club gift.
But when the cameras stopped rolling, other family dramas continued.
Were you fired because of the show?
I was fired because of the show, yeah. The show or the lifestyle or combination of both.
Is that really hard for you to come to
the
terms
show?
with?
Not the lifestyle. The show.
A few weeks ago, and it's still really rough for me. It was a job that I love.
Do you have regrets for doing this?
No.
Do any of you have regrets? No.
There's days when it's harder, and I'm like, oh, did we do the right thing?
It is not surprising they have moments of doubt. The show sparked an investigation
Did
into the
we do
family
the right thing?
by the Lehigh.
They decided
Utah
before you
Police
got there.
Right now, we're looking at the bigamy aspect of it.
Right.
As the investigation goes on, we'll see where it goes.
And there was no bigamy,
More
so
than a century
no
ago,
worries.
polygamy was outlawed in Utah. And while Cody is only legally married to Mary, a person can be found guilty through cohabitation, not just legal marriage contracts. The Utah County Attorney's Office is determining whether or not it will prosecute.
They don't.
Polygamy cases between consenting adults are rarely pursued, but then again, polygamous relationships are not usually so publicly broadcast either.
Where do you think stand legally?
We're
not lawyers.
We're gonna defer to our
attorney for that.
We do hope that, we chose this family, and we hope that we get to have the family we chose.
And we never asked the state of Utah to recognize our marriages. We never asked for that.
Up to this point, though, the state of Utah hasn't had to deal with it being so publicly out there. Is that a concern for you all?
I can't speak to that.
We just want to show who our family is, and that's all we're trying to do here. That's it. And we did not do this as a way to stick our tongues out.
To be disrespectful or anything.
Yeah, no, we meant no disrespect to Laura whatsoever. None whatsoever. But we really, saying anything else is just, we'd rather just defer to the lawyer at this point.
Their attorney is Jonathan Turley.
There is no evidence of abuse or crimes. They are as they appear. They're a good and happy family. They may not be the family that you or I would choose, but there serves little purpose to shatter that family and to prosecute them simply because they're on television. If you prosecute the Browns, you really have to prosecute thousands of polygamous families
In the meantime, the family says fan reaction has made the transition from obscurity to celebrity a little easier.
I feel so loyal to these people who watch. I feel like, you're so great. Thanks for watching. They're like, no, you're so great. No, you are so great.
Accommodating 4 wives and 16 kids is one thing, but dealing with the tabloids and gossip sites is something else altogether.
What frustrates me is how the truth gets killed by some of it.
Yeah.
No, we love it. We read the tabloids to find out stuff we never knew about ourselves.
We found out the other day that I was leaving Cody.
Right. So that's not true.
I think depending on which week you read the tabloid, it's a different story. It's a different wife leaving.
Which begs a question that both fans and detractors have debated. Could the wives leave if they wanted to? And if they did, would they lose custody of their kids?
If they wanted to leave, they'd actually be free in that.
And you all have that choice.
Right. If any one of them chose to leave, they would get the children. I would just work double time and do all I could to actually make it. It'd be like, hey, if you're going to take the kids, can you move in the house next to us? And I'll pay you more. I'll buy the house. I'll do whatever. I'll work extra time. I'll do whatever it takes to make this.
Nice, yeah, for the kids
to keep it for the sake of the kids being close. Whatever it takes.
But then in the end, I mean, yeah, it is a matter of choice, and none of us are choosing that.
I'm choosing to stay. I'm choosing to stay here.
Okay, we're all 100% on the same page.
1 husband, 2 houses, 4 wives, 16 children, and millions of viewers. No matter how you add it up, Sister Wives has put the Brown family on the cultural radar. Where they go from here remains to be seen.
That's it. Unfreaking believable. I forgot about all the promises that he made. Yep. Oh, if you want to leave, I know you're going to want all the kids. That's okay. Would it be okay if you just move into the house next door? I'll buy you that house and I'll take care of you over there. Unbelievable. The lies. Yes. Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Except for anything financial, I'm going to take that all from you. But anything else, I mean, what? There is nothing else that I can give you. It's all prophetic. Only Big Love has it all figured out. I still got to watch that. Everyone keeps talking about it. Put that on my to-do list. Christine, you did just, and it took you 10 years. Yes. Age badly. Nostradamus much. More? You want to come up here? You want some food? Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Oh, you're so weird. Come here. Cats. Oh, goodness. Oh, there we go. We're going to say hello. Okay. Oh, we need to cut your nails. Get you some food. This is Cosette. We're going to say hi to everybody, Cosette. Cosette did not eat her food this morning. And she kept walking away from it. Now I give them both the same food, so I don't have to monitor. So then Chubbs went and ate all her food. So then she kept asking for food all morning long. And I said no. So she didn't get any food till her afternoon food. So now she's hungry. You don't want to eat it out of my hand? Here you go. Would you prefer to eat it on the ground? Okay. So she's a little hungry. Sadly, she's not a child, so she doesn't understand these conditions that I'm so used to explaining to my kids. It's the only frustrating part about it. Okay. Yeah, like he would work overtime. I'll do anything. I'll work overtime. He won't even work. Oh my gosh. My gosh. I remember when Mary cried and said that her commitment was the only thing that made her stay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me take care of you translates to let me steal all your money. Yeah. So true. He doesn't have anything I'd want. Yes. What? You have to get a real job? Baldy locks in your 3 hairs. I like that. Baldy locks in the 3 hairs. Oh, you made me snort. Oh. Oh gosh. Okay. Okay. He said the family so much it lost its meaning. Isn't that the truth? All right. Oh yeah. Thank you. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. End of story. She's just she's very different from Chubbs. Big Love is great. That's what everyone says. I'm not into dramas generally. I'm not a fiction kind of gal, but I'm gonna make myself watch it. Watch a whole series of Big Love. Ended up all right. Some people said they watched it twice too. You love Chubbs, thank you. I don't know where Chubbs is, but my husband's still up. Usually he doesn't stay up this late on a school night. I hear the television though. The kitty's name is Cosette. She's Cosette, after a character from Les Miserables, the musical. And then Chubbs is named after Nick Chubb, but we added the S at the end, called him Chubbs because it's cuter. He's a football player on the Cleveland Browns. Great guy. Great running back. Although he blew out his knee. So I don't think he's going to be a great running back anymore. But he's still a great guy. All right. I know. We're going to see next season. Now, when we come back, it's still going to kind of be the same season. But after the break next year, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I just heard a door close downstairs. So my husband might be getting ready to come up and go to bed. He's usually in bed by now because he gets up early. Comparisons to Sister Wife is crazy. Really? Okay. All right. I did hear some people saying that Cody wishes he was Bill. Is that the main character on there? He wishes he was the main character on. So I'd like to watch it just to see. Yes, Julie. Totally. Like, I live for documentaries. I live for true crime. All on YouTube, just watch the cameras that they have in interrogation rooms at the things. And some of those are like 2 hours long. And then I'll hate myself at 1:30 in the morning when I'm like, I gotta get up for a couple hours. Why did I start this? Because I never intend to watch the whole thing. Oh, I don't know what it is. Okay. Yes, I did see Mel mention how the AUB that her dad was interviewed for, and didn't she say was it Sister Wives, or was it the first episode of Big Love where they even had reporters there for the first episode? I think that was Big Love. I'm trying to remember back now. But yeah, that it was big. But then it was also just recently, her and her sister were talking about it, and her sister was saying that it really is a conglomeration of lots of different, like FLDS and AUB and like lots of different faiths and families are in there as well, that she can see, and that they can see different families and different faiths being followed, and they actually know storylines from different sects, 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 of faiths and things that happen there that are now happening in Big Love. And so they kind of blend it all together. But I do believe that initially that it was kind of started on the foundation of their family. But then I also heard that it was also based on Darkers. I heard it was based on Darkers. Huh. Well, maybe it was kind of both. I don't know. Maybe that was kind of the idea of the blending. Like maybe some of the darker storyline was in there, and then some of her father's story. Is he a prophet? In this? Is that like where her father, is that where her father came part of it? Is he a prophet? But then kind of like the twin part, does he have twins? And that's where the twin part came from, the Darkers? I don't know. Look at me. Why am I even talking about it? I haven't watched one episode. Bill's got it going on. All right. Well, maybe it's worth watching then. Birdie K, you get sucked into those too. So ridiculous. I get sucked into those. And then my new thing now is I get sucked into these storylines of, and this isn't even true crime. And I don't know why I'm starting to do this. It's just like, it's like a phase I'm going through, and hopefully I'll get over it. Like celebrities who are kind of like narcissists. Like, or I shouldn't say they are narcissists, but like their thread looks like they're kind of narcissistic in there, and I don't know why. And I'm thinking it might be this whole Cody Brown thing, and they're just kind of following that personality trait. And so then I think it kind of fascinates me to see similarities of it, maybe. I don't know. So Meghan Markle has been fascinating to me. The Ryan Reynolds, whatever his wife's name is. So not Ryan, but his wife, and that whole bit. I don't even know if she is, but that's kind of fascinating to me. And isn't the film kind of based on that type of storyline too? I don't know. There's a new thing that just came out on HBO about that, so I'm going to watch that to get a little bit more information. This whole Disney Snow White thing seems crazy that's going on right now. Anyway, so that seems to be popping up all over the place. And I'm like, this has always been around and I just haven't seen it. Probably. I don't know. It's just kind of been fascinating. So I'm going down that rabbit hole for a few weeks or probably a couple months. And then I'll pop back out of that one. But it all seems to be happening at the same time. You know, like Megan's show is happening at the same time that this lawsuit's happening with Justin and why can't I think of her name? Anyway. And then also this Snow White girl and her entitlement is happening. It's just a lot. All right. Celebrities who are narcissists. So just celebrities. Well, yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, for some reason. It seems to be what's popping up on my feed. Oh, those are the only, like, those storylines just seem to be popping out. They're the only ones that come to my mind anyway. I don't know what other ones might be coming up. Recently, they seem to be in the news, I guess, or at least they're in my YouTube news. They're in my algorithm. Yeah, it's Blake Lively. Thank you very much. Yes. What Disney Snow White thing? Oh, Snow White movie just came out and they spent like 250 or more million or billion. Was it million or $billion? It's got to be million. It can't be billion, right? $1 million on it, and it tanked. And at the box office opening weekend, and they're pulling it out of theaters and everything. And I guess leading up to it now, and so I'm learning all this like afterwards, but like now they're pulling out all the interviews. Apparently, the actress gal really seems full of herself, and she's been just a PR nightmare leading up to it, just full of herself and saying, "We're not doing a story about true love. Like, that's so antiquated. This is a modern day thing about a woman being empowered, not a man rescuing her." I'm like, it's Disney. It's what the story is. Write a different story. It's great if you want a story about a woman empowerment. There's a lot of there's great stories in Disney about empowered women. That's great. That's not Snow White. Snow White like whistles while she works, you know? So she said that she didn't like the movie. She only saw it once and didn't want to watch it again. She's scared, or like she just dumped on it. And like nobody wanted to go watch the movie then. So Disney just lost a ton, which really stinks because I have stock in Disney. Really horrible. Horrible for me. Not much, but anyway, bombed. Yeah, Snow White's a flop, big time. So this girl is like, yeah, that's her name, Rachel. She's like clueless. It's like the entitled 20-year-old that just doesn't understand why everyone doesn't see things like she does, you know. We all watch the same stuff. Yeah. We were in the same algorithm, I guess. YouTube just like, the actress is an idiot. She does seem that way. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that was another thing. Then the evil witch is from Israel. And then this Snow White character keeps writing in her posts, in her promotion. I mean, it's one thing to be pro-Palestine. Fine. You're pro-Palestine. But she'll, in her promotional stuff, say, "Oh, this movie's coming out and it's great and it's Snow White and you're going to see her in a whole new way. She's empowered and go to the theaters and see it. Oh, and don't forget, pro-Palestine." So her co-star from Israel is just like, "Oh, don't get political. This is Disney. It's supposed to be an escape. We're not supposed to be thinking about politics. People." So we always say on this channel, we are not talking politics here. I want to know what anyone's politics are. We are not talking politics here. This is supposed to be an escape. Disney, of all things, it's supposed to be an escape. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That Frozen, good example. A movie where you just go and smile and laugh and cry and sing. Yeah, it's a hot mess. Snow White, hot mess. And I don't think they're going to break even. And that doesn't even count for all the promotion and the travel for them and I just mean in terms of making it. It's not good. My stock will tank. That's fine. I'll just look at it in a decade from now. It'll be back up again. As long as I break even. It's fine. I don't have that much stock. It's just a fun little thing I did once. Like, let's buy a couple of these shares. Okay. Mm-hmm. Disney will bounce back when they find their center again. Yeah. They'll, I think this will do it. I think this will do it. Eventually, they'll wake up and go, okay, wait a minute. We need to teach these kids that they can't just say whatever they want that's on their mind. That's just it. Like, everyone just bows down to these young kids with talent. And she has talent. She definitely has talent, for sure. She's a very pretty girl. She has an amazing voice. Not sure about her acting, but I heard her singing. Singing is very good. So she'll bounce back too, eventually. She'll need to take a couple years off. Go to an island. Put her head in the sand. And grow up. And eventually go on the apology tour. And say that she's grown up and she's learned and she understands now, and then she'll be able to do stuff again. But until then, and then Disney will have to grow up and learn that they need to go back to what Disney once was, which is just wholesome entertainment, and to get out of politics themselves. When they get back to wholesome entertainment, they will thrive. Do I have to fix everything in this world? Honest to goodness, I just feel like Mama Jenny sometimes on this channel, scolding everybody. Can we get it together, people? It's very simple. It's very simple, and yet y'all screw it up so badly. All right, we've made it to the end. Let's see here. I have 2 funny comments that I pulled aside. Whoops, not in there. I put it in a different folder so that I had access to it. Livestream, that's where I put it. Okay. One was from one of the Tata Farm blogs, of which, if you haven't had a chance, I posted another one today. So I should be caught up, because in the next couple of days, they're going to put another one up. And it says, Maddie and Janelle aren't afraid of trees, even naming their new business after a species of trees. Grow, ladies, grow. It's from Suzanne Grady. I love so far. That's so good. Go, Maddie. Go, Janelle. Grow, ladies, grow. They're not afraid of trees. They even named their place after a tree. Maybe that was just like a stick it to Robin to actually name the place after a tree. That could be. And then Ashley White just made me laugh too. In our last episode, our last live last week, we were talking about the invitations, and I'm like, is this just a whole setup thing? Because she had all those extra, the whole box was there. She's like, oh, I sent out these invitations. Remember that? And I'm like, what? I'm so confused. Why is there a whole box of them there? Ashley said the extra invites were for all the dolls. I'm like, oh, there you go. That makes sense why there was a huge box of them. They were for the dolls. That was funny. All right. Let me get a quote and we will move on. Since we spoke of fear earlier today, I will give you a quote from Atticus. She was powerful, not because she wasn't scared, but because she went on so strongly despite the fear. That is from Atticus. For all of you. There it is. All right, I'm going to sign off. Good night, sister friends. And I will see you tomorrow on the other channel. Link is down below if you want to join us for an excruciating review of the Baldwins. Same time, 7 o'clock. Be there or be square. It's mostly sister friends over there as well. It's a good time. All right. Bye, everybody. Oh, is TLC owned by Disney? I don't think so. I think TLC falls under NBC, not ABC. Pretty sure if it were to fall under a category of a larger parent company. I don't think so. I'll find out though, but I don't think so. Not sure though. Don't quote me on that. Good night.